Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the world of football.
Hello,
Jacob is back again. I don't need to do an introduction. He's been on here many times now. So how are you, Jacob?
Good, mate. We debated Doobs off. No, I'm joking. He's busy. Too busy for us, eh? Yeah, we've teached him a football lesson that Maresca shouldn't be sacked, and now he's never coming on again. No, I'm joking. Respect to Doobs, but I mean, I'm hoping today's going to be a little less dramaful. I mean, we always do love a bit of drama on here.
Well, yeah.
I mean, a bit of fun. Like we always do.
Yeah, of course.
But
we always love a debate.
I'm not even joking. I've been so tired since. Is it a coincidence I've been making up at like 10, 11 since then? I don't know. I don't think it is. But there you are.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, here is your Chelsea fans preview for Chelsea versus Legia Warsaw. At the time of recording, the game is happening tomorrow. We will both be there, so there will be a match day vlog and fan cams. They'll be more professional as ever because obviously you've seen after Chelsea Ipswich, I had a microphone, but I will also have a light for this game.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
You know, I mean, that'll be sweet. So you got yourself a mic. You're doing well. I'm looking at a microphone as well. Believe it or not, mine's a bit more expensive than yours. Put it that way. But inflation, we all love a bit of inflation.
Yeah.
You really don't. But yeah, I thought should we just go through right in the Europa League standings? I know it's the first season they've done this kind of weird format, and I personally don't really like it. However, it makes for more drama, which at times we all enjoy. So I'm a bit about it, to be fair, because I preferred the way it before, because I was just used to it, and it's a bit less confusing. However, you've had games like Liverpool, Real Madrid with this format, obviously in the Champions League, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. But Chelsea are top of the Europa Conference League with 18 points, with 5 wins out of their last 5 in the Conference League. Legia Warsaw are 7th in the Conference League. No offence to Warsaw, but for their kind of standard, because they're not that great, let's be honest. Actually, isn't too bad for them. Isn't too bad being in that 7th spot. I mean, they've got 4 wins and 2 losses. Chelsea have got 6 wins. How many draws?
None.
How many losses?
None. We've won all of our games.
Who's gonna be champions of Europe at the end of the season?
Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. Just if you guys really care,
we should be.
Should be. I don't know if anyone cares about Warsaw in England. I mean, look, they're a football team that have been very successful in recent years, even though they're 5th in their league, which for them is quite disappointing. They lost against a rival on Sunday, I believe. I think it was 2-0. I think it was like Jagiellonia. It might not have been them, but I have a feeling it is. Warsaw have lost 2 in their last 4 in the Europa Conference League. The 2 losses coming.
Oh yeah, I've literally just checked now. It was 1-0, and yeah, it was. I've checked it. It was that team you said, but it was a 1-0 loss. That's what it was.
Yeah, I was curious earlier about it. But yeah, I mean, it looks like both teams are, in my opinion, probably going to go through, not having to do any of that extra round business. Playoffs, is it called? I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's literally like the Conference League in England. All just confusing. I don't know. It's really confusing, but
they should have never got rid of the original format.
Yeah, the thing is, I kind of agree, but then at the same time, you get more drama this way. So I'm a bit split, if I'm being honest.
You get more entertainment, but
the
sentiment isn't really there anymore.
Let's be honest, even though Arsenal beat Madrid are more likely to beat Arsenal than Liverpool. So I don't know. It's just I'm not really sure, if I'm being honest. But once we've sort of seen how this season sort of plays out in the Conference League, we can have a bit more of a conversation about it. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, can I just say we have played a few of the top sort of sides in the Conference League this season, especially. So we played Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah, we have.
And they've done actually all right.
Copenhagen.
Panathinaikos, Heidenheim. So Shamrock Rovers are 10th, Heidenheim like 16th or something. Obviously, Warsaw 7th.
Got Copenhagen, by the way.
Copenhagen. They're around that 18th, 19th space. I think they're 18th. But so we played a few of the top sort of Conference leagues.
They've been the Champions League team for the last couple of years. They beat Man United last year.
Yeah, I know. It was a very interesting game. But we haven't actually played a side not in the playoffs of the Conference League, which is an interesting fact because actually we've had a fairly difficult Conference League games compared to what it would be. I know they're not really difficult games by any means, and I know Shamrock Rovers would probably be expected to be lower than that.
This is the only team. Legia Warsaw is the only team that we've played in the Conference League that got through normally.
Yeah, no,
without doing any of the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. I know, and obviously it's an interesting fact of what you said, but I just think we've played some of the harder teams, but we've got Victoria coming up are they out? Oh no, I thought they did quite hard, didn't they? The Portuguese side.
Victoria.
We're still in the group stage, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
But no. No.
We're not.
We're in the quarterfinals now.
Right. I don't know. I'm getting so mixed up. So what's it? Because I just googled the Conference League table to make sure all my facts were accurate, and Victoria SC were second. So yeah. Well, at least my facts were accurate.
They got knocked out in the round of 16.
Against who?
Real Betis.
Oh, makes sense. By the way, Seville would be a great away day, but Chelsea fans quite like Seville. If you know, you know.
Fiorentina against Celje tomorrow at 5:45.
Actually,
Gianniolia versus Real Betis.
Yeah,
We've got Rapid Wien versus Djurgården, and obviously we've got Chelsea versus Legia Warsaw.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, let's be honest. Apart from
those are the remaining games.
Yeah, I mean,
and Fiorentina. Don't disregard Fiorentina, by the way.
No, of course not. But I think it is important to say I think we probably got one of the more favourable sides ish. I know
that is setting a low bar. Look at all the other teams in the Conference League, apart from Real Betis and Fiorentina.
We should be able to beat them all combined, but it's not the way it is at the moment. By the way, I shouldn't disclose this, but I am going to. I'm going to upload it on my channel later tonight or tomorrow, or maybe later, but probably today. I've done the Lech Poznan Stadium tour, which was something, definitely. I'm not going to really talk about it, but the fact that they let you touch the pitch is just crazy, really, for me. in Chelsea, they don't let you get near it.
Yeah, they don't.
But they don't let you like walk around on it, but they'll let you touch grass, but and stuff. So, and there was this.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying, I'm not saying anymore. But you lot are gonna need to watch that video because I've done Barcelona tour, Chelsea tour. I think Poznan tour. I don't know. No, I'm not saying anymore. Anyway, let's change the subject before I disclose too much information. Should I check
Yeah, definitely.
in their league Legia Warsaw's top scorer?
Go on.
All right, let's do a little bit of stats for you guys because top scorer. One sec. But yeah, make sure you lot subscribe, like, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We're trying to get to 100 subs at the moment. We're on 93 at the moment, so just 7 away.
If he gets 100 subscribers, we'll make him go to the final. Agreed?
Maybe.
Maybe not. No, but you'll get there nice time soon, mate. I rate your content quite a bit. To be fair.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy watching your content. 9 goals this season is Bartosz, Kapotska. I don't know. And he has on average 0.36 goals per match. And as a leading top scorer, it's not impressive at all, really. So yeah, they're really not doing well at the moment. And it's one of the things I'd say we've even learned because literally just Googling one stat, talking about
yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually decent at pronunciations.
Yeah,
but
Bartosz Kaputska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, do you think if we don't win today, Mariska's going to be in any pressure from the owners? I have my answer, but I just want to hear yours. I mean, you're the owner of the channel. You're the leader of the pack for this channel. You're the wolf pack. You're the leader of the wolf pack on this channel. What do you sort of think about that?
If Maresca does not win the Conference League, I'm not buying into him at all.
What do you think the owners, the way they'll look at it?
If we get knocked out, obviously they'll keep him because we've already heard that they're not going to review the manager this season. They're going to review him next season.
Yeah. Which sort of means I think they'll give him the rest of the season, probably next season as well. Which I'm going to.
I'll give him next season, definitely. I'll be shocked if they don't.
Unless he does insanely bad in the last game, I don't really blame him for. I've just googled a list of available managers. Should I go through them? Some of these we won't get, but I'm just going to go for a list of a few of the available managers, and I'm going to ask you pick one of these managers. And what I will also I'll go through a couple of Chelsea legends that are knocking about as well. Because why not? Sound good? So Zidane, Allegri, Graham Potter, Harry Potter. I mean, Joachim Low, Antonio Conte, Ten Hag, Pochettino, Niko Kovac, Xavi, David Moyes, Terzic, Gareth Southgate, Maurizio Sarri, Gattuso, Mourinho, De Zerbi, Mancini, Villas-Boas, Ernesto Valverde, Frank Lampard, Hansi Flick, Lucien Favre, Paulo Fresca, Roger Schmidt. A couple of them I don't really know. But out of that list, who would you go for? I mean, if you wanted to, you could always just Google
Out of
top man.
all of them,
Yeah, you can if you put it on the screen if you want or don't. But yeah, I mean,
out of all of them, there's only two that I would consider. If we were to sack
and by the way,
Maresca.
these aren't people. Even though I don't believe Maresca should be sacked, if sacked, we'll just have it if Maresca did get sacked. I'm not saying all of these are available. I've literally just googled top managers available.
Yeah.
So there's a couple managers on my mind there. In fact, there's a few. But I don't know.
There's only two. There's only two on my mind.
I've got a couple.
The list you just mentioned.
Go on.
Zidane and Mourinho.
Zidane and Mourinho. Oof, I think that's a bit. So you wouldn't consider Antonio Conte?
The only.
You said it now. So the people who I would Zidane, personally, I'd even think of Sarri, potentially. So that's two options there.
Sorry, you know what? Yeah.
No, you said you two. You said you two.
The top elite, yeah. Are no. This is what I'm trying to say. Hang on. Right. Yeah. The top level is Zidane and Mourinho, okay? But then the level below, I would put Sarri and Conte. The level below. So they would be my third and fourth choice.
So I'm just gonna say the managers that I would, if I was in charge, would just consider at least. Zidane, Sarri, Antonio Conte, Xavi, controversial one, but I'm going to talk about it. Gareth Southgate would actually suit us quite well, I think, because I think that actually he would suit the owners quite well.
Have you looked at his history as a club manager?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. And by the way, he would probably be the last choice on here. But I think that he's quite that. If you went for the issue with going for a Conte or even Sarri, or Zidane, I think them and the owners will just clash because actually they're going to want. Conte is going to want £150 million level player. That's what he's going to want, and he's not going to get it. So he'll clash. I see Conte resigning after a week potentially. So, and if you then went for a Conte who resigned after a week, would that not put most of the other managers off coming to us? So then, in a situation like that, you'd have to go for a Frank Lampard, which you definitely wouldn't want to do. So, actually, going for a Southgate could also be a shout. What do you think about that?
I'm never looking at Southgate. Never.
I mean, yeah, but you do need to realise
his managerial record. Not with England. Not with England. With England, he's fine. But
with England,
his record as a club level manager, as a club level manager, I'm sorry, I'm not taking him.
No, I'm just saying option. I'm not saying like if you would take him or not. I say what if you would worst case scenario have in a way. Roberto Mancini, is that on your list?
No.
I don't know loads about him. I've got to be honest.
He's Inter manager, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right, no, he's not.
Roma manager.
Is he?
Wait.
No! Inzaghi is the Inter manager. I just remembered.
Yeah, I know. Italian football manager.
Yeah.
That's it. I knew. Yeah, do you know what, right? On the back of my mind, but I was like, actually, are you sure? Because How would he be available if he's
Inzaghi. Inzaghi's one I would take.
Yeah, but he's not.
Inzaghi's one I would take.
Okay, so I'm going Zidane, Sarri, Conte, Allegri, maybe? No. For them three. Then I'd probably go Mourinho, Flick. Then I'd probably go Southgate, then Erik Ten Hag. But we don't want that to happen, do we? Let's be honest. So I actually think he did all right at Man United, considering. But I don't know. He's not our level at all, in my opinion.
First season, he was all right.
United
first
fans
season of Erik Ten Hag, he was brilliant.
I get United fans are angry at the owners. I mean, they're never angry. It's always the owners' fault, isn't it? Even though I know they're what they are. But I feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had a bit too... What? Yeah, exactly. They're angry at everyone.
The Man United fans are angry at everyone.
I actually think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, considering the experience he did a very good job considering. But yeah, I'll probably say
he did okay.
He did fine. But you got to consider where he was brought in as an interim manager, which, by the way, was still with some people seen as a bit of a shock. Considering that, right? Just consider that. Just take that in for literally 30 seconds, right? He wasn't a great manager for them at all, but I think he got sacked a bit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd personally say, in my opinion, Sarri would probably be the best on this list, or Zidane. Agreed?
Yeah, Sarri's not bad. Yeah.
Xavi also seems
not bad at all.
I wouldn't even mind Xavi, to be fair.
I'm skeptical about him.
Yeah. I think he could do. I feel like I'm happy that David Moyes hasn't been mentioned at all. I think that does us all. I mean, he was a downfall. He was downfall for United, wasn't
he? West Ham, he was all right.
Well, West Ham, he did
at Everton, he's doing a wonderful job.
He's doing a good job. I agree. I don't think he was bad at West Ham. I thought he was actually, for their level, pretty decent. To be fair, but yeah, I mean, the thing is,
he wasn't bad at West Ham. He wasn't Southgate. Bad. He was all right.
Southgate would never be my first option. But what I'm saying is, I don't think many of these managers would last 2 minutes. If I'm being honest, apart from Pochettino went already. Hallelujah. Evil laugh over there. Yeah, I'm happy Pochettino didn't
Zidane, Mourinho, Conte,
Xavi.
Zidane, Mourinho, and Conte.
Xavi, no.
I'm saying those three would leave mid-season. Because of how, because of how much turmoil there is at Chelsea, and what the owners are like.
I feel like we should have a little chat about Gattuso. By the way, I wouldn't bring him in, but should we just talk about Gattuso? I mean, is he managing at Marseille? Oh no, he was managing.
I haven't been keeping an eye. I will also say.
He was at Marseille.
I will also say. We had Pochettino, okay. How many years did he last at Tottenham?
Loads.
How many?
About 4 or 5? 4 years?
Exactly.
4 years, yeah.
He dealt with that. He dealt with Daniel Levy, the Tottenham owner, for that long. He couldn't even deal with the Chelsea owners for 1 year.
No, I know it's
that says a lot. That says a lot about our ownership.
Yeah, I don't think we could deal with him either, to be honest. I think we actually had a bit of pride in our football club, so I don't think we could deal with him either.
Yeah.
I mean, mate, Thank God. Let's be honest. Thank the Lord he's gone. In my opinion, Pochettino's
Should we go through should we go through the predicted lineup of what?
I mean, we'll do it in a minute. What I do want to say is that actually, like, I think Pochettino's. I know he did well at the end. Don't forget, we lost 5-0 to Arsenal. We lost Borough. I think he was probably. I think he done worse than Graham Potter for most of it. Bit controversial, sure, but
no.
I thought you don't agree, but I think we definitely had worse moments. Look at 5-0 Arsenal. With Graham Potter, we would look clueless and just lose 3-0 and then it would be done.
With Graham Potter, we would have lost more.
We wouldn't have, though. Not in my opinion.
If you look at the stats of Chelsea managers and their win percentages, you'll be shocked of where Graham Potter is.
I wouldn't be shocked. I think he'd be right at the bottom pretty much. But at the same time, like you do
He's
need
second
to realize
bottom. He's second bottom.
Above who?
Ian Porterfield.
I know who he is, but I don't know much about him. But, mate, I just think with Pochettino, right, we were too. With Potter, we were with Pochettino just. We were leaking stupid goals more than we were with Potter. Do you agree? And don't forget, even though I don't like Graham Potter by any means, he was put in a very unfamiliar situation to him. Pochettino's dealt with fairly similar stuff before. So that's why you could argue Pochettino's done a worse job considering all the factors behind it.
Just one question. Who spent more money, Poch or Potter with Chelsea?
You're going to say Graham Potter, aren't you?
No, I was just asking in general. Who do you think has spent more money with Chelsea, Poch or Potter?
Go on, you answer that question. I wanted to know that answer from you.
It's actually...
Wait, do you want me? No, I'll tell you the answer. I'll tell you the answer. The answer was none of them because the owner spent the money.
I actually thought it was Potter. I actually thought it...
No, it wasn't
No, but the signings that were made when they were at the club...
They didn't have say in transfers. They had like no say in it. So really, none of them had none of them really.
No, but if you look at like the signings that were made at the club.
Yeah, but then you can say signings you made all you want. 90% of them are players that weren't great. A high percentage of players aren't here now, are they? So I just think money doesn't matter anymore as a Chelsea fan in a way. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you'd be feeling the same thing in a way.
That we've still spent like 1.5 billion.
Money doesn't matter to me. You can throw money around if you want, but Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, and Caicedo are the only 3 players that for me have really been great. I don't know. You know what I mean? Malo Gusto's been okay. I mean, he was good in the first season. Now he's dropped off. He's okay, but I mean, £1.5 billion isn't worth Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, and Jackson, maybe Gusto, is it? Jackson's been okay, but he hasn't been the greatest, let's be honest. And I don't think he'd be on anyone's top even 5 strikers, really. So, do you get what I'm saying, though? Like, the money doesn't really matter as a Chelsea fan that much, to be fair, because you could give these owners £10 billion, we still wouldn't be in the title. We still wouldn't currently be in a title race. So you could get rid of all these FFP regulations. You can do what you want, mate. These owners have a Tottenham mentality, and it's simple as. And that's why we're where we are. Simple as it's so easy. It's literally like rock. It's like comparing a pencil and a pen. It's easy. It's a lot of this is easy things to talk about because if anything, actually, you can throw what you want at these owners. You can have Chelsea pitch owners, and then the owners will still try and contest people that own the pitch. You can have, and they'll still find a loophole around it. You can give what you want to these owners. You can literally give them. You can literally give them £250 billion, and they'll do nothing with it. It's pointless. We just all need to get used to this entertaining, boring football. We should be just used to it, and we've got to get on with it until someone else comes and buys a club that, even if they're terrible, we're still up. So there you are. Hopefully what I've said will end up turning out wrong, but it just doesn't feel this club's going in the right direction. Do you agree? I know we've kind of taken this a bit of a dark route, a bit of a different route to what we wish, but it actually feels like we're stuck. It's like, what can I compare it to? It's almost like, we're just going to use North Korea, for example. People aren't allowed to leave their house, or not their country. They don't know better, but some of them will feel trapped. I'm not getting in politics, but you might. But it's like you get fed to your room. You get fed to your room, but you're not allowed to leave your room. It's like, have you seen these YouTubers that will go into solitary confinement for 24 hours? You must have seen that, right? They feel trapped. And by the way, that is the highest level of being trapped, really, that there is. Where there's cameras around you and all that. I feel trapped as a Chelsea supporter. You probably feel the same. My man in the other room probably feels the same. I mean, it's like I have a drink here, right? It's an orange squash. The orange squash can't leave the glass. It can't go up, it can't go to the side, left side, it can't go to the right side, it can't go under. It's trapped in the glass. I as a Chelsea fan feel trapped because there's nothing I can do to help. If I somehow, not that I do the lottery, but if I somehow picked up a lottery ticket from the floor, did the lottery, won, I know you can't do this, £100 billion, I can't help. I can give them the money and they'll do absolutely nothing with it. If anything, they'll just run it as, I can make more money off this for my own back pocket. I feel, as a Chelsea supporter, I feel trapped and I feel in a bubble that like you can't really get out of, and it's not a really nice feeling. But there you are. But I mean, you know what, mate? Do you know what I would say? This is what the owners will say to you: trust the process. Aye. That's what people say to you. Trust the process.
Those three words are.
I play with my younger cousin. Whenever he says that, I cut the phone off and I don't play with him for a couple of days. That's a fact, because them 3 words have made me feel. It made me feel deeply like upset and almost offended, like that these owners are going to try and take away what.
It makes me feel like. It makes me feel like every time, like I never say it because I just feel like I'm going to feel like an Arsenal fan because they always say it. They always say trust the process.
At the end of the day, mate, I'm Chelsea. I'm not changing that. No, I'm not changing that. But it's going to get to a point where there's going to be protests. There's going to be big protests. I don't think there'll be riots, but
there's already been one. There's already been one this season. We were there. We saw.
Saw
how angry people are.
There's going to be big protests. There's going to be people coming in from. Mate, it'll probably end up being someone from North Korea that will turn up. Literally, people will turn up from everywhere. And it will get to a point where someone will try and kick these owners out of the club. And before it gets like that, look, we're not asking for them to leave. We're asking for them to change. We're not asking for them to leave. We also appreciate that they got that. If it wasn't for them, we might still not be a football club. You could argue. We appreciate that. Now, why don't you help us be a club that when we are at the top, then you'll probably make loads and loads. You'll probably make loads and loads of money when we're winning. When we're in.
If we're successful, they'll make more money than we are now. Than the amount of money they're making now.
Title race the other day.
They'll make more.
There's a term that I'm just going to come up with. I've just come up with thinking here, and it's a short-term and long-term title race. We were talking about it. You were saying that short-term title race isn't really a title race. I was saying it's a title race, but it's all. I think we might be in the short title races of what I'm calling them. We might be in these short little bubbles of sprint of I don't know bubble. It's like when you run, you could. If you're running a marathon, you don't need to be the fastest one there because after a few hundred meters, you'll barely be able to run. You need to be the one that can run at a decent pace and keep going. So I think that actually
it's not about being the fastest. It's not about being the fastest in a marathon.
I do believe we'll start off next season similar to here, but I think it will just be the exact same as this season. I really do. And I'm actually sitting here, I've never been, even though this was a preview, I've actually, I don't know, I'm getting a bit emotional if I'm being honest, because actually Chelsea's what I do 2 or 3 days a week. Chelsea's what gets me, which makes me get home late. And Chelsea's what is one of the things. My friends at Chelsea, family, mate, Chelsea FC have allowed me so much things. It's allowed me to learn about myself in ways. It's made me to do crazy things. I mean, I went to Athens at a crazy time. I never would have probably cared about going to Athens if it weren't for that. In Athens, I went to a theme park in Athens. It was crazy. We were throwing paper aeroplanes in Athens. And then we started going to football. Sort of helped me and my father connect even more when sort of the Roman Abramovich Real Madrid away days, for example. I went to Alicante, had the best holiday of my life, even though I was literally there for 15, 16 hours. I had the best part of holiday of my life. I went to Alicante, and that was for Madrid away. Then I remember the trains were a nightmare. Basically, we ended up getting put on a 5-6 hour later train. And we come to where all the fans were meeting up. But then we saw all the Chelsea fans singing and going towards the escalator, going to the Bernabeu. And we thought, we'll get rolled in there. I remember that was where I had a TikTok account. Unfortunately, it's been removed now. But it got 1 million views on my personal old TikTok account of the Badashili chant. Todd Bowley went to France in a Lamborghini, brought us back a centre-back, Ben Badashili. I always remember that. Even so, and I just think that actually, if it keeps going the way it is, will we have many memories of Europe? If we go in the Champions League, how long are we going to last? I'm not asking them to win the league every year. I just want Champions League football, really, as a minimum. And then have some good away days, of course. And most importantly, see the families together, because obviously, Chelsea FC's got so many amazing people. The fans, great, have a great time. And I do Chelsea social media. I actually sell fanzines, so I'm going to go and get right now. For a matter of fact, Chelsea FC have allowed me. Well, I sell these fanzines at Chelsea FC. If it weren't for Chelsea, I wouldn't have a job. Only £1 area.
Yeah.
Oh. But Chelsea FC allows for so many things. It's more than just a football club. I don't think you can connect with any football club the same as a Premier League club, because actually more people are there, more people are supporting. And if Chelsea lose, it might ruin your day. I'm worrying the owners are collapsing our club in a way that isn't how if you heard
They're
of
ruining
Chelsea.
it. They're ruining it.
I mean, look, I still always have a good time going football because I'm not letting these owners ruin it. But
yeah, definitely.
At the same time, it
trying to turn it into a business.
And I agree that they said we need to be sustainable from the get-go. I agree with that statement, and I think that's one thing Roman Abramovich could have done better. He could have been more sustainable. But there's being sustainable, and there's, mate, like, it doesn't feel Chelsea's the right club for them. I think a Brighton would do better for them, and in my opinion, they'd probably make a similar amount of money anyway. Imagine, I know what FFP regulations.
Like I said, they bought the wrong club. They bought the wrong club.
Definitely appears that way. I know Chelsea's quite popular, but to be honest, if it weren't for them, we might not be a football club. Which is why, at the end of the day, I do have a bit of leniency. But mate, it just feels like we're crumbling down, doesn't it? I always said if Chelsea FC went extinct, I wouldn't support another football club. I'd probably go to my non-league team on a Saturday, my local non-league team. But no way I support another club but Chelsea. It just wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't feel right in my soul.
Yeah.
So if something happened to Chelsea, we'd still be there for the club, for the name. Something happened to Chelsea, they'll go make their money somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like it's depriving down on you. And actually, I haven't actually spoken about how I think it's breaking they're part of breaking the clubs. Like they're trying to move our stadium, which loads of us aren't happy about. I haven't really spoken about how they're crumbling down our club in this much detail before. But I've literally had people from America that come film, like documentary people that film it. Like, I'm not. You can be angry at the owners if you want. I just want change. I don't want them to go. I don't care if they go. All I want is for them to help our club and be that team we always. That our fans all want us to be collected together. I don't even care if we don't win trophies at this point that much.
Yeah.
I just care about having some good days in Europe and actually not selling our soul, not selling the ground. And I have one message to you on this: we shall not be moved. I think that actually it would be good if someone came a banner for that, because they're saying we shall not be moved. I know Villa sing a song, we shall not be moved. I know loads of teams sing it. And I think if actually we can shout Bowley out all we want. He ain't going. In fact, it's not just Bowley. We can shout Clear Lake out. We can shout get these directors gone, put Winstanley. You can say what you can do what you want. But if you go in a bit of an approach of we want change, I think that will actually maybe get something done. And mate, they're not here to ruin our time. We're not here to ruin theirs. We should. I hope that the Chelsea Supporters Trust connect with the owners even more. And I know they've sent a letter out before saying they're not happy, but these owners have the money. We had a Badashili chant that included them. We're including the owners in our club. We're including these people. Now, why don't you include us in some of the decisions? And then, because we had an owner before, Roman Abramovich. I get his style of ownership doesn't work anymore, but we invited the owners in with having them in the Badashili chant. We invited them in. Why don't they invite us? Yeah. Why don't they invite us in some of the decisions? Like, look, them being in charge ain't no problem with me if they're doing mainly right decisions. I get they haven't owned a football club before. I get they're going to make mistakes. I get, because I know some people think American football is a bit cringy and stuff. They're going to make some mistakes. Which I completely understand. And if they didn't make a mistake, I'd think they're on AI. But I just think I really want some change, and I think I want change sooner rather than later. Like Pochettino, most of us weren't happy halfway. I personally, when we sacked Tuchel, I was more annoyed that we hired Graham Potter than we sacked Tuchel, and I didn't want Tuchel sacked by any means. But I think the fact that we bought Graham Potter just angered me.
No one did. No one wanted Tuchel sacked.
No, but I think the way that you go from him to Graham Potter. And by the way, I know they didn't have a director of football at that time, and I understand that. But Tuchel didn't want to say in transfers. They gave him a say. They probably could have got somebody covering at least like a director of football job until we sorted the ones we have out now. But I just think Tuchel, all he wants to do is just be left what to do on the pitch. Maybe one or two. No, he don't even want that. He just wanted to be left alone what to do on the pitch, and that's all he cared about.
He just wanted to coach. He just wanted to coach the team. Fact, that's all he wanted.
If you think about it in a logical way, he'd be the best manager for the owners because he's the only top-level manager, really, that don't really care about having a say in the transfers. He'd be perfect. But the thing is with Tuchel, and I understand the argument that he's only really been good at a club for 2 years, so I didn't think, but at the same time, mate, people can change. And that season, obviously, when Tuchel got sacked, he didn't have the greatest start, but I just think it doesn't really make sense. And if the owners can somehow get back to this video, or get back to the fans saying why they did it, and maybe it makes a bit of sense, then fair enough. We'll take you up on that.
Todd Bowley has already spoken of why he sacked Tuchel, and he said it's because they didn't collaborate well enough. And Tuchel didn't want to say in transfers. But what you've been doing is you haven't been giving the managers their say in transfers, and you've just been signing players left, right, and centre without their permission. So why did you sack Tuchel then?
Well, I think basically
if it was because of that bad start, then I don't get it. Like, at least give him till December.
It was like Bowley's child or something went in, and then Tuchel told them to go away because he was talking to his players and he didn't want the distraction. Even though I don't think you talk to
Bowley
someone about
child.
Yeah, it was somebody's child, like one of the owner's child or grandson. One of the owner's relatives came in, and basically, Tuchel told him to go away because he was doing a team talk. Even though I don't like that person.
I think it was it was because I don't think he was a fan of the owners going into the dressing room after the game. I don't think he was a fan of that. That's why.
I mean, if they win up and the owners can give a bit of a speech, well done, people. I quite like that. But at the end of the day, I think the manager.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
But mate, the thing is, at the end of the day, Tuchel's more qualified to do his job than the owners. So.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you just got to let the coach do his job. Unless it gets to a point where you have to sack him, then do that. But I don't think it got to that point with Tuchel.
No, neither do I. Don't forget. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, I can't lie, because we've kind of gone a bit of a dark side. I'm very excited to do that quiz at the end, so we can have a bit of laughter. But it's actually a really important issue to talk about, and this is absolutely this is absolutely your channel, and it's obviously your decision. But if I was you, I would be tempted to call this video something like "We need change" in brackets before you type whatever after, because actually it is and actually right. It's been a really weird video.
I'll put it. No, genuinely, that will be the title of this video. If you guys are seeing this now, and you are watching the video up until now, then now you know why the title is what it is.
And all caps as well.
Yeah, definitely.
We want these owners to change and adapt. We don't. If they don't leave, I would rather they stay and do a decent job rather than they leave and risk someone else. I'm not asking them to leave. I'm just asking them to change.
Yeah, I'm not asking them to leave either. I just want them to change their ways and sign some experienced players, and maybe get if you're gonna stick with Maresca, fine, but give him what he needs, and get some experience in, and let the coach do his job, and let the directors do their job.
I want you to see if you agree or disagree with this statement that I'm saying now. You can't judge a manager if you only let them do half of their job. I don't know. I think that's pretty accurate a way of looking at it, because actually,
you've got a point.
Because actually, if the owners have some of the say on transfers, and they should say to the manager, right, I want to target these sort of players, these level sort of players, and then let the manager do their thing. And if the owners bring a couple of players, have some players and ideas of players to bring, then great, bring it to the manager and say, what do you think? And also, like, I love signing young players. I was signing Vinicius Jr. before he went to Real Madrid on Football Manager, which I love, by the way. It's literally one of my favourite things. So you should play Football Manager. There was Tonali was one of them, definitely. He was from Brescia. I believe, always used to sign him. I remember I used to do Venezia saves for my dad, because so we also always do like Venezia saves. We enjoyed a lot of Italian saves, to be fair. We did Palermo saves. Who, by the way, didn't they almost go extinct? I'm pretty sure they did. They came back, which is really good for them. I enjoy young players. I really, and you know what? This player I really like, his name is Morgan Gibbs White. I really like young English, young talented players that have energy and that bring energy to a field. Morgan Gibbs White is in my top 3 favourite players. He's probably my favourite player apart from Chelsea players, because he's young, grown, like born in the same country, so you don't have to pay like flights from other countries. He's young, homegrown, obviously not for Chelsea, but for England in general, and he brings energy onto the field. I love young players, I really do, but I think it does get to a point where, in my opinion, instead of buying them for 5 mil, we can't develop players that won't really play, and that need a couple seasons before they play. We can't develop players like that. I would literally be tempted to have.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'd personally rather pay 60 million to get a player who's world class than 5 million to get a player that's a 5 million level player at that point. And he doesn't, and they don't really develop, do they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, most of them don't. There's only a few that do.
I know they make money off players and stuff, which I think is very intelligent, to be honest. One of the things I don't know. It was that.
I feel like it's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know the name, but I forgot the name. But she was a woman who was doing a lot of the negotiating for Chelsea.
What? Marina Granovskaya?
I had something like Bratislava in my mind. It was something like and I had Marina in my mind.
Marina Granovskaya.
Yeah, when they sacked her, I was quite upset, because even though if it wasn't for her, I'd say we'd probably have.
Wait, did they sack her?
Yeah, they sacked her straight away.
Sack her, or I thought she just left?
No, they sacked her. Let's fact check this. How do you spell it? Marina.
Well, I thought she just left.
Marina.
She don't know.
What's the second surname?
I can't remember how you spell it, but hang on. Granos. Oh, here we are. Granovskaia.
What? Marina, then what?
Granovskaia.
Yeah. Giotto.
Nov.
Nov. What's the rest?
SK. No, ignore that. AIA at the end.
She was.
Yeah.
Oh, it says she left the club. I thought she was sacked.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was sacked or not. Doesn't really say.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on. Sacked. No, she left.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really clear, but I think it was because Bowley wanted to bring his own people in.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was either, if that makes sense. Probably put down as mutual termination or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've rambled on. I think we've rambled on enough about other things. Should we go into the predicted lineup?
Yeah, right.
What we
One
think
second.
it should be?
I want to just say that actually, if the owners wanted to, I think they probably could have kept her. And even though, in my opinion, she stopped us getting some great players, she was a master negotiator that we should have had on our side always. Let's go into some predicted lineups. Do we do predicted like we could do a combined 11, but is it a bit pointless? Yeah, it's pointless.
Yeah, it's pointless. No point.
We do a predicted,
Right.
and then
should
we do what we want first.
Yeah.
Should we do what? All right. In my opinion, Sanchez in goal. Try and give him a bit of momentum. Some like a game of momentum could help him.
I'm still going Jorgensen.
Fair enough. Left back. I don't know. Who are you thinking?
I mean, it's got to be. I mean, it's got to be Cucurella, hasn't it?
I'm just thinking who else you could put there because I don't know.
Unless you put Gusto there again.
Oh God, gosh, no. I feel like three. No, actually, no. I'll go Cucurella as well. Then I'll put I'd go to 3 at the back at half time.
Oh, really?
Right back, I'm going Richard Leeson. Because actually, we're 3-0 up. We don't need to put a big boy there.
I'm going Josh at Champong.
Oh no, wait! I'm gonna go Richard left back, Josh Hatchampon right back. Always forget about him.
And then going Chalobah and Tosin as the centre backs.
You're going strong then. They're not gonna go this, I know, but I'm gonna go.
Actually, wait, is Badiashile injured?
I think
back?
so, yeah. I'm not sure.
If he's back, Badiashile and Chalobah.
Yeah. And if he's not back, you're going 10 men. Deal?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go 10
if
men.
he's injured, I'm going Chalobah and Tosin.
Okay. Centre halves.
And then
I'm just thinking, you know. Just thinking young players. I'm gonna go Colwill.
Yeah.
And Badiashile.
All right. Centre mids, I'm going for
Easy for me. Amugu is the first
You know what?
one.
Yeah, Dewsbury Hall and Amugu.
Same with me, mate. I believe next season there's a shot at Dewsbury Hall might be okay for a little rotation player for our squad. Actually, no. Latvia's injured, isn't he? I'm just thinking.
He's back in training, but he's only just come back today, so he won't make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Them two.
I'm gonna play Cole Palmer. I'm gonna play him.
I'm just gonna try and concur at Cam. I know he's depressing, but I don't know. I just think if he doesn't perform well there, we say he needs to go. Yeah.
Tyreek George, left wing.
Agreed.
Noni Madueke, right wing.
Okay, who are you putting up front?
Raksaki.
He's a centre mid. Oh no, thank you. You reminded me. My midfield number 10 is Dewsbury Hall and Amugu and Raksaki in my midfield.
Wait, no. Sorry, no, not Raksaki. It's the other one. Shimweka. Him. I'm putting him.
So I'm left wing. I'm gonna go for. It's gotta be Tyreek George, isn't it? Right wing.
Yeah, you.
Noni Madueke, maybe. Madueke up front.
And striker.
Shimweka.
Yeah, just going the same as me. Score prediction?
I reckon we'll do 3. I reckon it'll be 2-1 then. I think we'll just not turn up and then we'll win, but yeah. And then should we do what we think Maresca's lineup will be? In goal,
yeah, I think it will be pretty similar. I don't think it'll be different, actually.
Okay, it'll be Jorgensen in goal.
He won't play Sanchez. He'll leave him for Fulham at the weekend.
Yeah. Are you going Fulham away?
No.
Seems like you're not going to have a vlog on your channel then.
What, are you not going?
I can't do it for you anymore because I have a doctor's appointment then. I can't go.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. I'm warning you. Of course there'll be a vlog.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably be a like 5-minute one because I said I might be doing Alex's vlog on Sunday. Oh no, it should be pretty quick. You said it pretty quick. I'm not sure what I'll say. I'm doing Alex's vlog today and tomorrow. So yeah,
I'm going with
Cucurella, Gusto. I reckon he'll go Tosin, Colwill, midfield. I reckon he'll go Amugu, Caicedo, and Dewsbury Hall, something like that. He'll probably go George, Jackson,
George, Madueke.
And Madueke, yeah. Should we do a Europa Conference League quiz?
I mean, I haven't given my score prediction yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot. My bad.
I'm just going with a simple 2-0.
Fair.
Might be pretty, but it's 2-0 Chelsea.
Let's not say. We'll say what we think it is. But we won't say the answers until the end. So you people watching can get a bit of pen and paper and then compare your scores to us.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to find a Conference League quiz for us?
Yeah, let me see if there's. I reckon we do. If I can find one on the Chelsea app, we'll do this. We'll do both, actually. I like ending off on a positive always. Clapping. You're not a musician, mate.
UEFA Conference League quiz.
I'm not. I have one. It's just called. It's on. It's literally just on the website. On the it says just Google EUC Europa Conference League quiz.
What is there one on the Chelsea website?
No, not on the Chelsea website. On the Conference League website. Wait, is there a Europa Conference League app? Because if there is, I'm thinking of getting.
Oh yeah.
Does it say test your Conference League knowledge with our 24/5 quiz? Yeah, what does it say?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we do another one, or do we keep one, or do we just decide later?
Yeah, it says test your Conference League knowledge with our 2024-25 quiz.
Because there's none on the app, we'll do another one.
No, just do one. Just do one.
All right. Always trying to stretch these videos out longer.
No, just keep it to one.
Wait, I'll check how long the quiz is first. Yeah.
Just keep it to one.
I'll see if it's long.
Yeah, go on.
Because if it's like 3
I actually
questions,
don't know how long it is.
Oh no, it's not saying for me. Yeah, but if it's like 3 questions, we'll do another one. But if not, we'll just keep it one. Because
Right,
we're gonna
go on. Should we do it?
Wait, don't say your answer, but don't say the actual answer. Why is my computer playing up? Reminder that I've just been.
Right. Who scored the first goal? Who scored the first goal of the league phase?
I know this one. What did you put?
I've the only player I know there is Renato Vega, but
I put that as well. Alright, now it's a moment of truth. We'll say if it's correct or not. So just incorrect. It was Samu, and that kind of rings a bell, to be fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right, next.
Viking your thingy became the first
Record phase game in the men's European competition on match day 2. But who did they defeat? Oh, I think I know this.
Who you going for?
Oh,
who did you put?
Oh, I've got it wrong. I'm not telling you, but I've got it wrong.
I put Noah. Oh, mate. Are you guys doing as good as us at the moment? We're doing so great. Put in the comments now. True or false? Chelsea 8-0 win on match day 3 was the largest ever.
I put no.
I swear, I don't think it was 8-0, was it? That's false. It was true.
Wait. Yeah, true. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I thought it was 6-0.
Mate, you were literally there.
I know. Did you get
that was the score at half time.
Yeah.
No, I got it right.
Oh, fair enough.
I was at the game.
From 6-1 sides to finish the league face unbeaten. Can you name the league team? I know who it is.
Wait, Chelsea, who took 6 wins from 6 were one of 2 sides to finish the league. Oh.
I know it sounds crazy, but it's Shamrock Rovers. Shamrock Rovers.
No, I've got it right.
So did I. I was looking at the table earlier.
Victoria.
SC. Portuguese side.
Yeah, same. True or false? The knockout phase playoff tie between Ammonia and Paphos was the first all Cypriot matchup in the UEFA competition. Let's go true.
I went true as well. Yes.
Yeah, got it right.
Right, are you guys doing yours well?
Right. Whose knockout phase playoff strike made him the youngest ever Conference League scorer? Oh, I actually don't know. I'm gonna guess.
Did you get it right?
How have I got that right? That was such a complete guess.
I literally just put the first one.
It was the last one.
Oh, fair enough. Who scored on the Conference League a debut to help Real Betis 3-0 victory? Oh, I know who it is. Do you know who it is?
I think that's pretty easy, isn't it?
Who did you put?
I put Anthony.
Same. Anthony was smashing it last time I heard.
Yeah. The second leg of Lugano and Soldiers round the 16 tie was the highest scoring game in Conference League history. How many goals were scored? Oh.
Well.
Let's go. So it's got okay. It's one of two.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you want me to tell you the answer?
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
Go on.
What did you put?
I've got it wrong.
Same.
I put 10, but it was 9.
Yeah, same. You know what? I knew it would be over 8 because Chelsea beat Thingy 8-0.
Yeah, Well, which of the quarterfinalists finished as runners-up in each of the previous 2 Conference League seasons? Ooh. I'm going to go Fiorentina.
Did you get it right?
Who'd you put?
Did you get it right or wrong?
Yeah, I got it right. I picked Fiorentina.
No, I put Real Betis. Fiorentina. Oh no, I was getting mixed up between. Yeah, I got it right as well.
Who is the competition's leading scorer with 8 goals? Ooh.
I
think it's. Is it? It should be this person, right? Oh, I've got it wrong.
Mark Gui, what a striker. No, it's Palulu.
Yeah, but that was wrong though. It weren't him.
No, I didn't put Gui.
How many did you get?
I put Bakambu. Oh gosh, do I have to tell you?
How many did you get out of 10?
Right, the square root of 16.
Oh, okay.
Go on, what's the answer?
You got 4. You got 4.
What did you get?
I got 6, mate.
No, we both did so bad. No, yeah.
Nah, so, I got over half. I got over half.
Still bad. I think we need to improve our Conference
Yeah, I got
League
6.
We need to improve our Conference League knowledge, though.
I mean, it is the Conference League. Do we really pay attention?
And mate, football's football, though. Right.
Yeah. Right. I think that's everything. Do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna take over your outro here. Alright, people. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you push the dislike button.
Thank you very much.
Make sure smash that dislike button.
Right, there we go. You can't hear him now. Thank you very much for watching this video. This has been the Chelsea fans preview for Chelsea versus Legia Warsaw. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, turn the notifications to don't miss any great upcoming content. Matchday vlog will be out for this game. Yeah, check out Jacob's channel. Match day vlog will be out. Also some fan cams. They'll be amazing. And yeah, well, I'm about to edit this video now, and then it will be the UCL quarterfinal second leg live stream. Real Madrid Arsenal. We will be there.
Originally, I was going to be on there, but I can't make it. But yeah, in a bit.